Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, July 25th, 2016. The expected fire potential impacts will occur in the second half of this work week and going into the weekend. Moisture will increase from the south up into the state of Nevada and into western Utah and southern Idaho in the Friday to Saturday time frame. Moisture will be quite limited with these storms. Thunderstorms will be isolated in nature and will not produce much precipitation. Yesterday's lightning activity was limited to southern Utah, with a few little cells over southwest Utah. Light precipitation accompanied these storms. This image shows the number of days it's been since each of these locations has received at least a tenth of an inch of rain. Some areas of note are Reno, which has been 80 days since a tenth of an inch of rain has been measured there. In Salt Lake, it's been 65 days. Needless to say, fuels are very dry going into this lightning activity later this week. Current fire activity is shown on this map, with Utah seeing the bulk of the new initial attack. Fire danger values are very high across much of Idaho, Nevada, and northwest Utah. Some of these stations are setting new records for the time of year. Looking at a few of our PSA's ERC trends, over far western Nevada and northwest Utah, both of these stations are setting new records for the time of year, due to the extended hot and dry conditions we've seen for the month of July. Live fuel moistures in the sagebrush are also very low right now, and fuels are ready to burn. This morning's water vapor imagery shows a broad area of high pressure across much of the continental U.S. This is creating very warm temperatures region-wide, and those hot temperatures will be in place through the week. Most of the geographic area is seeing moderate risk for significant fire potential due to the very hot and dry conditions. Isolated thunderstorms are expected once again over much of central and eastern Utah, particularly over the higher elevations. We could see thunderstorms develop a bit further north than we saw yesterday afternoon, and relative humidities remain very low region-wide, particularly over Nevada, western Utah, and southern Idaho. Not much changes for Tuesday, as the high pressure remains the dominant feature, although a little bit of moisture could make its way into the central Idaho mountains for some isolated thunderstorms there. And isolated thunderstorms are possible once again over eastern Utah. On Wednesday, the high pressure strengthens just a bit for continued hot and dry conditions, and moisture begins to move northward with the high pressure centered over Nevada. Thunderstorms won't quite reach the southern tip of the Great Basin by Wednesday afternoon. We're looking for mostly sunny skies and hot temperatures region-wide with very low relative humidities. 3-day precipitation accumulation is still factoring in the precipitation over eastern Utah as the only area that should see measurable precipitation. Beginning Thursday, the moisture moves further northward into the southern tip of the Great Basin, where we expect to see isolated, generally dry thunderstorms beginning in those areas. On Friday, a little bit more moisture moves northward into the southern and central portions of the Great Basin. Saturday continues to be the day that the moisture pushes further northward throughout the state of Nevada and even up into southwest Idaho and possibly northwest Utah for increasing lightning coverage. Again, these storms probably won't be producing very much precipitation, and so this could be a very critical time period for new fire starts and the potential for new large fires. Thunderstorms will continue on Sunday, particularly over Utah and Nevada, while Idaho may dry out. No high-risk triggers have been issued for Sunday yet, but that could still be possible as we draw closer to the time frame. Precipitation accumulations for the Thursday-Friday time frame are pretty much non-existent, even though we're seeing that moisture move northward into the Great Basin. The overall precipitation measured will still be quite low. The extended forecast from the Climate Prediction Center looks like they're calling for another trough to move into the Pacific Northwest, bringing temperatures back down there and pushing the high pressure off to the east. This will allow some moisture to return to Utah, particularly southern and eastern Utah, and will probably decrease large fire potential there. This concludes today's fire potential briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.